Welcome back to the grind. Today we're going to talk about the mystery branch that has been released with the current breeding event. Now each day there's going to be a different mystery branch with different prizes, and you can pick any of the prizes. You don't have to claim them all. But first we're going to do some housekeeping items first. It has come to my attention more and more lately that a lot of people who watch my videos are not primarily English speaking, and they may struggle to keep up with the English, especially in videos where I talk very fast. Now, I usually like to try to talk fast so that the videos go a little quicker and are a little bit more concise. However, this is not very easy for other players to follow if English is not their primary language. So I'm going to start by trying to talk slower in my videos. However, there is a trick that I can share that it might help those who either want me to talk faster or talk slower. And if you have any other ideas of how I can make this channel more easy to follow for people who don't speak English as their primary language, let me know. If you're interested in helping translate the script of each video, that would be something that would be very helpful to me and a lot of players. I have somebody who is initially starting to help me with that, but I don't have a way to share the script because they will be too big to put in the description below. Now, it is possible for me to make it available for anyone to add subtitles to my videos, and I would just approve them. So if somebody is interested in potentially using that feature, let me know so I can make that available and we can chat about it a little bit more. But first, an easy way for you to change the playback speed on a mobile device. In the top right, there's those three dots. Now, on a desktop computer or laptop, it would be the wrench at the bottom, or the cogwheel. Now, after you click on those three dots, this menu will come up and you will have the option to hit the playback speed button, which is set at normal. You can select to make it slower or even faster, and sometimes I put the videos faster so that I can hear the information quicker. And if I'm talking too slow, that's an option for you. But if you can't keep up to me when I'm talking so fast because of the language difficulty, then you can slow it down. There's also a way to toggle on the captions, and there is an English version that's auto-generated by YouTube. So if English is not your primary language and I talk too fast to keep up with sometimes, you can try toggling on the English subtitles so you at least have the words to read as you hear me talking. The only thing to keep in mind is the YouTube auto-generated subtitles are not perfect and it will make some mistakes. If I can get full scripts translated by other people and they don't fit in the description, I could create a line chat and post them in the notes so that people could access them there. But that's the only other idea I have so far. I'm looking forward to some feedback from people who might have other ideas. But now let's get into the mystery branch, day one. There are several prizes here, and you can see I claimed the last ones, which are gold chests, because you don't have to claim every single prize. We have options between breeding tokens, timers, embers, rune dust, and gold chests at the end, and you can claim each of these prizes more than one time. So I actually went and claimed the gold chests all 5 times. I was able to do it 5 times total, and each one cost, I think it was 500 sigils each time I purchased it. And that is a no-brainer for me because 20 gold chests is very valuable, and we'll get into that a little bit here. On the forums, it's a great place to find some very useful information, and as you can see, Morion made a very helpful post going through all the details about what you get, and if you spent those resources elsewhere, how it compares. So for egg tokens, he has showed that the value is similar as if you spent the sigils on another line. But you don't have to go through all the other prizes to get to the egg tokens. However, it's not really the best way to spend your resources because you can grind out egg tokens in other ways for what may be a more reasonable cost. However, if you're desperate and you need them, especially this breeding event, it's something to consider. Now, timers, when you compare the number of days per sigil spent, it actually is even better than the howitzer line, which was looked at as a very valuable line for the amount of timers you would get from it. So it's also a very reasonable option to claim the timers if that's something you are in need of. Now, I probably should have explained this first, but this calculation is based on if you spend these sigils now and you have to make it up at the end of the season to finish your goals and spend rubies on super sigil chests to get the sigils, it's comparing that value to whether or not you should have done that. So for embers, you would have to spend 200 sigils, which you would have to spend 100 rubies on super sigil chests to get. And those rubies could be spent on about 2.5 gold chests, which would get you 400 embers in fortification event, which is about the same as you get from this line. But if you spent it on the gold chests, then you would get more things like timers and sigils as well. So the embers do not seem to be a very valuable option. And then the Rune Dust, as he mentioned, and I agree with that, it's really hard to compare because there's not very many ways to get Rune Dust. So if you are in need of Rune Dust, this is a way to get it. And if you have the sigils and the means to do so, and it's something valuable to you, this is a good option. Now, the gold chests are by far the most valuable, and in my opinion, and others I've seen mention, it's a must buy. If you have the sigils and you can get them this event, I would do it. And that's why I claim them all first, because 20 gold chests for 500 sigils is a steal. And that's because you get about 400 sigils back from those gold chests. Plus you get all the timers and embers or whatever it is that whenever you open them, you get all those resources in addition to it. So you're basically paying 100 sigils for all those extra resources. So I highly recommend that you consider investing in these gold chests if that's within your means. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Big thanks to Morion for putting this information on the forum so that we can all benefit from it. And good luck in the breeding event.